Nigga said I didn't do it. That's it.
So in front of a mic, fam.
I didn't do it.
But
I'm just making sure you got it.
right. See,
Plug it up.
but that right there is why this was so fucking monumental to me. I was telling you off air, all I do is watch crime shit. Like I'm like a junkie.
Yeah, niggas a fiend.
Like I'm excessive with the shit. And I try to put myself in the state of mind of some of the people I watch, right? And they get to that point where they stand you up and say, "Are you address the court? We'd like to hear from you now." With the families there, victims, niggas that don't believe you, niggas that think you ain't shit. And I'd be like, yo, if I was innocent, this is a trap.
Yeah.
There's no way to like do this tactfully.
Talking for nothing.
If you innocent,
But if you're innocent,
you don't want to offend
Right.
the victim family. You don't want to offend. You chilling. You innocent. You didn't do this. If people don't believe you, there's no way to get this off, right? So when you say, "Damn, a microphone,"
Yeah, that's a fact.
it's like that puts it in
Put it in
perspective for me.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to talk to them niggas. I've said everything I had to say. What more do you? I said my bad. I apologize. I said I didn't do it. I would erupt.
Yeah, I'll go nuts. I'll turn up.
In these crime shows I watch, they tell me it's important to not
go
like,
crazy.
Even your facial and your body expressions and shit like that. That's what they tell me. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Did they tell that to you?
Yeah, they told a whole lot to me. You know, I wasn't listening because I was like, yo, do you got the right motherfucker that did this? And you gonna let me out? That's all I was interested in, but let me just introduce myself.
I know. I'm going to introduce you.
Oh, okay.
We getting there. No.
Because I'm going to get into
We
it.
getting there.
I don't
All
wanna,
right, well, say less.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm playing a Ghostface track. I know it's corny.
Yeah, you got shot my brother out.
Listen.
Yep.
Y'all niggas could judge me. Sorry, but that's how we're going to at least introduce this thing. I had a shot track queued up, but I'm not going to do it. Let's do this the right way. All right, so listen to this. You are the gentleman I wanted to talk to. Like, this is the conversation I wanted to have. It was super important to me. I read the paper as soon as it came out. Blown away as soon as I read it. And when we started communicating, I was like, yeah, that's important. I'm not prepared for your family to come in here. Me personally am not. So, yeah, I'll say like I told Parks, man, Shy don't have to tell because me and him ran around for a little bit. Ghost is in all of our top 10s here. And
no question.
I feel like they should tell you when somebody in your top 10 list is at least going to be present.
Savon Sayer heard me wild out about the verses with Ghost and Ray, and he didn't even tell me that Ghostface was walking in my front door.
No, he didn't know.
no,
Yeah.
Oh,
He ain't
man.
know. Savon back there like, yo. That's Ghostface.
Yeah, say fucking Savon, right?
Hey, yo. That's Ghostface. I said,
So now I'm gonna handle the introduction. Should I not say Grant? Tell me.
Nah, you know, Grant Williams is a very famous now I'm proud of. You know what I'm saying? You call me Grant Williams, a.k.a. Joseph Sharp, a.k.a. Big Un.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have special guest Grant Williams in the building. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm feeling better these days, you know. It was a long journey for those who don't know my story, you know. Wrongly convicted, sentenced to 25 to life. I was just turned 25 years old.
I can't comprehend. See,
know?
this is...
You know, so...
You just turned 25?
I was turning 25.
This is 96?
Yes, and I got sentenced to 25 to life in 97. So it was like, I didn't believe it was going to happen. You know, I figured they'd get the right guy, you know. And then I started realizing the system that if you've been in any type of trouble when you was a youth, it's more easier for them to put a crime on you because your lawyer's going to recommend don't take the stand because you've been convicted in the past. You know, so you're like more of an easy target. This is what everybody don't look at. You know, it's brothers who don't get in no trouble when they put these type of crimes on them. But the ones who has been in trouble in the past, you're much more easier for a target.
So at the time you had a jacket?
I was convicted when I was younger. And I strongly believe that because of that conviction, they already had it laid out. Like, okay, we already know that his lawyer's going to recommend he don't take the stand. And people want to know. If you didn't do it, they want to hear you talk. You know? And I'm like, yo, let me get on the stand and tell my story. Williams, don't worry about it. The case ain't strong. Listen, let me tell what happened. Like, just to sit there and be quiet is one of the worst films in the world when you can't defend yourself.
Already you get into one of the questions I have when I watch these shits on TV where I'm like, if it were me and I were innocent, no matter what I was going through in the court with the cops and the jury and the judge and all that, I would have such a beacon of light at the end of the tunnel because I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. I would feel like, hey, y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to say. If you go out and go try to find who did it, then I'll be exonerated. But not that simple.
Nah, it's not that simple. You know, in the perfect world, that's how that would go. But unfortunately, in the world that we live in today, especially as young black men, you know, we always targeted in different areas. It's just not with incarceration. It's with a whole lot of things. Crime. Everything that's no good, you see a black face. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. It's always, they lead the most in high diabetes or they do the most crime. It's always a black face. It's like nobody else. Mm-hmm. But then everybody want to be like us. This is this is a scale that you deal with. So when you go into that system, you're already guilty. Yeah, you got to prove your innocence. That's real. It's supposed to be, innocent to proving guilty, right. But it's guilty to proving innocence.
How aware were you of that at the time?
I was unaware.
Yeah.
I was unaware. I didn't think it could happen. Like when they arrested me, I was like, for murder. I said, this right here. I called Ghost. I was like, yo, they talking about they want me for murder that happened yesterday. He was like, for real? And then I was with my friend right there, Born,
because I'm about to say, even with an alibi.
Yeah.
If I had an alibi,
then I'm really... You be in there feeling big dickish, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell niggas suck my dick.
Yeah.
Especially if I have an alibi. So that meant nothing.
Nah.
How could all of these things mean nothing?
Well, the reason is because, when they want to put a case on you, especially, you got to remember, I got locked up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So the 90s was the crack era. And in New York, it was so much murders that they just couldn't solve more, so they just was putting them on brothers, especially black brothers, Spanish brothers. It really didn't matter. Even some white brothers, you know what I mean? But blacks and Hispanics was the most. So that's why you see today all these wrongful convictions. Those is from the 90s, where they actually cleaned them up. So when you talk about an alibi, as soon as they put the cuffs on you, they don't want to hear none of that.
Guilty, nigga.
You're guilty.
They don't want to hear none of that.
They cuffed you, you're guilty.
That's it. Tell it when you go to jury. So they offer you ridiculous time. If you feel you didn't do a murder, I'm not taking shit. I ain't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you some gangster shit, right? So one time I'm in the court pens, right? So I had about a year on racket sound. So I'm like, all right, let me ask this lawyer. I said, yo, what's the cop out? So they sent everybody back to Rackets Island, and they left me there. They was like, Williams. So let's say if the court door is like about 10 feet away. They opened up the court door and they had the cell open. I was the only one in there. So they brought me out. They said, bring him out. And when I came out, it was some gangster shit. I had 3-4 DAs, they was always fighting against the case. I had just my lawyer, and the judge was sitting sideways. And I said, yo, so what's the cop out? They said, all right, well, you've been convicted, take 12 and that's 25. I said, I didn't do it. Why would I take that? Why would I take, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And they sat back, and this is crazy. They said, yeah, we know you ain't do it. Straight up. So I'm looking at my lawyer like, yo, you heard him?
No.
And I swear everything I love. My dad, pops, everything. They was like, yo, we know you didn't do it. So we'll go down to a flat 10. They said, you do 8 years and 4 months. I said, I'm not taking that. Fuck y'all think y'all is, I got offended, and I was, a little immature. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just didn't think it could happen.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps because even if I was innocent, I may have thought about it a little bit.
Nah, not 10.
That's what they want you to do.
10
I know. It's by design. No, I get it. I totally understand it.
10 was like forever for me at that age.
Right.
I'm like, yo, 10? Oh, fuck, I'm 29. Hell no, So, next thing I know, maybe about a couple of months later, like I was saying, they was like, bring in the first panel. I didn't even know what the hell the first panel was. I tell everybody, I tell this story all the time. I turned around, they cleared the courtroom. I turned around, looked back. I said, I thought it was snowing, all white faces. No black people, and these are jurors. So I'm like, yo.
That's the bullshit.
And I hate to say
panel jurors.
No, at that point you cooked.
Yeah, you know what I said to myself? 25 to life. I knew it. That was my first thought. I zoned off, and I was like,
Were you kept up to date at all between your lawyer with the process of jury selection? Even was that a surprise to you?
what you mean, like kept up like far?
Like when you say the first panel came in and was all white faces.
Yeah, I was surprised because I never experienced none of this in my life. I never went to trial. I never knew about how many challenges you got. So if you got a murder, you get 23 challenges, and the DA get 23 challenges. So you got a panel of 50 to 100 people coming in. So if you only got 23 challenges and you got majority Caucasian people, some of them cops, I got to use my challenges to get them off. Mm-hmm. So now when you bring about the third panel in, when you see a few black faces, you don't have no more challenges. Yeah. And black people don't want to sit on the jury.
They don't.
They make up all type of excuses.
We find any reason to get out of jury. That's
real. I thought white people didn't either.
Well, they don't.
They abide by the rule. They get scared if the little, hey, we're going to dock your pay. They get.
Yeah, they don't, but they do. And,
some feel it like it's their
civic duty.
Yeah, they be proud to do that. Mm-hmm. I've contributed my part.
Fam, think about what he said.
I'm thinking about all this shit.
No, you 25, you got a jacket. Mm-hmm. You go get some motherfuckers that, because it's supposed to be a jury of our peers. You're a 25-year-old black boy from the projects. Some white lady from Long Island ain't my motherfucking peer.
Yep.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And then they build it up like, yeah, he snatched a pocketbook when he was 12. They be like, yeah. We got to get him off the street. He did it.
Yeah, he did it before.
We don't got to hear shit. He did it.
Facts. You did it.
Shit.
I know.
That's crazy, my nigga.
Well, no, I know. It's a shame that you have to kind of be well informed on the business of the court system to really get your shit off. Like, it's a shame that, like, this was a surprise. All the shit he said was a surprise. Shit, I didn't know. But they running the business still. Mm-hmm. Like, they got to pin this somewhere on somebody. Yeah. Did you, I feel like this is almost a stupid question, but I have to ask because you're innocent. What was the feeling from, like, the families of people that maybe didn't believe you or just anybody that didn't believe you?
Well, a lot of people on Staten Island, because they was out there that day, it happened in broad daylight. So they seen what happened. They seen what transpired. But, people don't like to deal with the courts. You know what I'm saying? So,
of course.
So that came afterwards. But, the family, the victim's family, they came into court, I believe, like I didn't even know the dude had a sister. Like, I know her. So I turned around. It was like the courtroom was there for me. My family and my friends basically filled the whole court up. Mm-hmm. The victim's family wasn't there because they knew I didn't do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I turned around, I seen the victim's sister, not knowing that that's his sister. I'm giving her like, what's going on? And she looking at me with the gas face, like, evil, screwing me. So I'm saying. And I started putting two and two together. I seen where she was sitting. And I said, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She want to play this game. And she live in the hood, and she know I didn't do it. She know I had nothing to do with it. But I understand now that the victim's family wants somebody to pay. You see what I'm saying? Whether they got the right guy or the wrong guy, they want somebody to go down. That's Fuck bullshit. It. He didn't do it. They locked him up for a reason.
But it's real shit that you got to deal with.
Yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, it was... Yeah.
Someone's angry.
Yeah, they hurt.
Right,
they hurt.
Right.
Someone's hurt.
Somebody got to pay.
Nah, but...
That's real shit.
Nah, I'm just saying, but... In our hoods, because we all come from basically the same shit, right? Broad daylight, somebody get shot, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
somebody get shot. If the hood know who did it, how do you let one of your own go to jail for it?
Yeah, stop this.
Come on.
That's
because
I'm not talking about white America. I'm talking about our hood.
I'm going to tell you how, Ish. Because just like he said.
Nigga, the hood will keep a secret.
Yeah, the hood ain't coming to court.
The hood will keep a secret, Ish.
Who going to be the person to go to court and say, yo, it wasn't him, it was him?
No, you ain't got to say it was him, but you got to be like, nah, it wasn't him.
But then they're going to say if it wasn't him, who was it? How you know it wasn't him?
I guess.
That opens them up to too much. We know, come on, we know this.
Okay, so the lawyer, panel, jury, no, I'm not taking that. I'm innocent. I didn't do this. We fighting this. Mm-hmm. Right? When you find out that you're going down, guilty, chaplain, lawyer, appeal this, I'm out of here.
No. That wasn't going like that. When they said guilty, I went off in the court. I got the articles to this day. They were saying that I was trying to escape. I wasn't trying. I was just like anybody else that's innocent. You don't believe it.
Yeah, like I know I'm
guilty. Wait up.
Yeah, let me out this motherfucker.
Right.
So they all, they all, restrained me, the officers, and everybody in the courtroom got up. It was.
That's how I imagine it would go when I watched this shit on TV.
Yeah, right. It was like it wasn't just that quiet, like guilty, and that was it. it was an eruption in the court. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, what? Because it was too much evidence that was displayed at trial that I'm not going to get too much into right now that proved my innocence. You follow what I'm saying? So it was and listen, I don't care what nobody says. Racism, strong. Because it was the only eyewitness, it was a one eyewitness, and he was Caucasian. You understand what I'm saying? And it was all Caucasian jurors. And it all boiled down to who they going with,
who
them
they rocking with,
or me. And I seen that shit firsthand. I don't care what nobody said. I seen it, and I had experienced it, and the shit was crazy. Like when I heard the guilty, I'm like, wait up, nothing added up.
That's the real reason of why I personally think the judicial system is flawed. Granted, it's flawed for many reasons, but when you say that justice will be decided by a jury of our peers, I don't ever think that can be true. Because when you put humans there, all we have is our interpretation of things.
or our experiences that we.
Yeah, that's it. So, nah, you put these fucking white people, it just spells setup. It spells setup to me. Listening to you, I get mad. Watching it, I get mad. Reading it, I get mad.
I've read a lot of stories about the state intentionally trying to get rid of black jurors for whatever reason they can.
Yes.
To win a case.
That's what you're talking about, the challenges. Yeah, they want you out of here.
But why do I have to tackle, granted, I didn't do this horrific crime, and y'all think I did, which is heavy and overwhelming enough.
Right.
Why do I have to unpack racism now? Like, it's just so nuanced. There's so many
because
heavy...
your conviction of the crime is embedded in racism.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You wouldn't even got cuffed from the rip.
One eyewitness. Listen, last week I was telling y'all that I had some court shit that went on where the only reason I was saved was because there was a neighbor, a nosy neighbor, that was recording.
They
she was kind of, ooh, buddy,
they come in handy.
Saved my ass. But she was kind enough to give me this footage. It was hers, but she gave it to me. And they tried to resist it in the court, but you see this. You see what's going on, right?
Think about that. They can know you innocent and got a tape to prove your innocence, right? These are people that we hire
and we'll try
to protect and serve us. So they got a tape that says, yo, he really ain't do the shit. We trying to suppress that evidence not to come to trial. Who the fuck is you serving? If you know a nigga ain't do it, let that nigga free. Well, don't try to suppress the evidence.
Well, that's why I'm listening to what he's saying.
That's crazy, my nigga.
Well, what if that neighbor didn't want to give me the tape because she ain't like me because I was black?
You would have been the next Grant Williams. You know what I'm saying? You'd have did that time, came home, and hopefully you would have got the tape and it would have proved your innocence.
All right, so you erupt in the court.
Yeah. It was,
naturally.
You know,
I say rightfully so.
Yeah, that was a natural feeling. I believe anybody that's innocent would have said, wait up. You know, I just couldn't believe it, you know? And yo, I'm not gonna lie, I cried when I was down there. I don't cry, and I ain't cried since that court date, nearly 2.5 decades. I said, that shit, I'm gonna fight these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna deal with my emotions. I ain't gonna let my emotions supersede my intelligence. I'm gonna use my intelligence, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna make it out of here one day, you know? I'm not gonna die in here.
When did that come about?
As soon as they put the cuffs on me and I blew trial, I said, I'm gonna make it out. I always had that determined, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to get lost in the system because I was seeing it. And I was seeing it at a young age. I seen brothers getting stabbed to death, killed. I seen brothers losing their mind. I seen their fight was going out, and I just refused to be one of them brothers. You know what I'm saying? So when they put the cuffs on me and they was putting this crime on me, I was like, wait up. Something ain't right. Then when I blew trial, and then now I'm up north in the mountains in these maximum penitentiaries, I'm like, yo.
Bouncing around?
Yeah, so I'm saying to myself, yo, how the fuck? One day I was just laying there. I said, nah, that's not going to be the end of me. That's not going to end how my chapter ended in my life. Prison and dead, and that's that.
I'm amazed that your journey didn't start with discouragement.
Nah,
I would have started there.
Oh, fam, I'd have been depressed for about
I would have. You talking about, no lie, I cried. Nigga, I'd have cried every hour.
Nah.
Same.
Because you know what it is? It's just like I said before, I'm no stranger to hard times. You feel what I'm saying? So I know things is going to get rough, but I wasn't expecting that. See, that's why I was saying, like, everybody talks about what they would have did and all that, but when you placed in situations, man, you don't know what you're going to do, but you know you're going to go on survival instincts automatically.
Well, see,
that's just going to kick in.
That's why, as I listen to you talk, listen, I don't know nothing about the stuff that you're saying. But as I listen to you talk, I'm trying to play it out like if it was me.
What you would do, right?
The discouraged portion of what I'm saying would have had to been short-lived for me, because then I would have had to get into what he just said, survival
Jungle mode.
Now, yo, I didn't do this.
I'd be an animal, nigga. You going to
And I'm
about to lay up with the animals.
I'm not this person that y'all saying, but it's on now.
Yeah.
So we here. I ain't gonna walk in here and just tell all these niggas how to do it. Nigga, I'm gonna eat this food and go to sleep peacefully.
And don't you know something too? It's just like ghosts. I used to call them all the time, yo. Like my Shaheem and Born, like this, my family. That's my strength. You see what I'm saying? I had to go in there and take the phone and then, yo, I had to do what I had to do, but that was my strength. When you hear your family and your people were like, yo, saying that they're gonna stand behind you, that gives you more strength. You know what I'm saying? And it gives you faith that you're gonna make it. You know what I mean? So I had support, but I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do regardless, because I know at the end of the day, I'm locking in that cell. I got one, so I gotta do everything to keep my own sanity first.
96, because I keep getting into your shoes, right? But let me try to step out of that for a sec. Right. In Triumph is 96, 90 when?
97.
97. I was on Rocket Sound.
96 is Purple Tape.
Yeah, Iron Man.
Yeah, I was there for the Iron Man.
She was in the ice cream video.
Bam.
Yeah, I was in
Jesus. But that's your hope. But that's your hope.
I know, but I wanna highlight that. Yes, that's the hope, because this is where we are in the story. But let's go back now. This is 96. My family is
kings of the culture.
Crazy.
My family are the kings of the culture.
And this happened.
And you take me away from that.
And this happened now.
You take me away from the money, the girls, the travel, the life.
There is nothing that can make that up.
Word.
Nothing.
Word.
Last week on this pod, the NBA draft was recently, Grant, right? And there was a gentleman, Terrence Clark, who died in a car crash in April, and he was a projected top 10 pick. So when the draft happened, I was saying how, like, wow, 3 months away. You're just 3 months away from generational changes.
Right.
And damn, God, it's different now. It's different now. Not to that extent, because you with us. But that's got to be the feeling in 96.
Word.
That's some shit.
Oh, y'all trying to come in now. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all seen the ice cream video. Y'all see something that's going on.
And you see my family coming to court, and my family is somebody in the social scene.
That's a fact.
We gonna get you, nigga.
Remember how
we gonna get
listen, you hear Juice WRLD's people now, some of the people that was on that jet talk about how, hey, we was coming in, and it's like they knew we was coming in because it's customs, but they was treating us like they knew we was coming in. It wasn't a normal, so he swallowed a bunch of shit. Like, and that's their story to tell. But it's just that paranoia of, oh, you treating this a certain way, I'm being targeted a certain way, this is not going normal. How was your first week?
Yeah.
Pleasant.
Where were you at?
But you was on trial for what? How long you was on trial?
18 months.
So you had already sat?
No. I was on trial for only 2 weeks.
What?
But you sat for 18 months.
Hold on. What y'all don't know is that, what I didn't know, and I just found out, was that my case was solved in 4 hours.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that until the CA, they said, and they turned everything over, because, that goes into civil court, but I didn't know that this homicide was solved in 4 hours. That's mathematically impossible.
Yeah, solved incorrectly in 4 hours.
What do you mean?
Yeah, meaning that they got me and the case was closed.
What you mean? They got you. The cops locked you up and stopped circumstances.
That was it.
That's it. It was done in 4 hours.
That's it.
But
meaning that
another stupid question: why? How could that be possible?
It's impossible.
You lazy cops, nigga.
Yeah,
same shit happened with the Central Park.
We know cops. We listen. It's black men here. We know cops.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, who the fuck do we call on when we know the cops is copping?
Who the fuck you gonna call?
There got to be a pecking order.
Dog, we just said that they could find some evidence that literally will exonerate a motherfucker. And legally, they'll suppress it.
That's a fact.
So the niggas that you calling on, they the niggas that saying suppress it.
Yeah.
Fam, at some point, it started being about legal instead of right. The law don't necessarily be right.
Well, that's why I was asking.
So they'll follow the rules of the law instead of following the rules of morality.
That turns into
you get what I'm
wins and
saying?
losses.
Like that's
It's
the
like,
bullshit.
we want to put a W up in this.
Morality don't play no part in this.
They don't have no conscience to even deal with principles and morals. It's like we looking to get our, we looking to make our career go up and off of Grant Williams with a murder conviction. It's like now I got another notch under my belt.
Right.
And if you could convict the innocent, that's hard. It's easy, but it's hard. So they know it. That's like a big challenge. Oh, you got Williams. Oh yeah, and they know the deal. So it's like it's just that's why I say, man, like mentally, the mind is fragile.
That's some shit.
Somebody could go through that and look at the case with Jay-Z with the kid that hung
Khalif
himself.
Browder.
Yeah,
Rest in
what I'm
peace.
saying?
Yes,
Khalif
sir.
Browder.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, people just ain't. We're not made to be caged. You feel what I'm saying? We us as humans,
The animals
we
ain't
like to
made to be
enjoy our
caged.
freedom. and socialize.
Animals neither.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nigga, that's
animals ain't like to be
Dog.
there, So when you put somebody that at a certain age in their life, and you still actually, even though I'm 25, I'm still immature in certain
kid.
areas.
Yeah, you still developing.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you put somebody and you put them through that storm, it's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? And I said, all right, so now it became personal with me. And I don't worry about inmates going into jail, something happen. Like, I'm not worried about none of that. You feel? I mean, it's, but that's, the system was always my problem and my beef. That's what kept me fighting.
I was about to
system.
say that shit right there.
That
When
was
you
personal.
wage war, that keep you alive.
Yeah, like
that's
I
your
just
motivation
slept,
at that
I
point.
slept all day with that judge turning sideways, and they talking about on some gangster shit like, yeah, well, we know you didn't do it, and they listening like it was nothing. Like my life wasn't nothing. I took that personal. That's why I said for the rest of my life, this is what I'm gonna be doing, advocating the truth. You see what I'm saying? So it's don't happen to nobody. I want everybody to know the raw day, and there's so much more that I. But this is really a sad injustice, and you wouldn't look at me and know that because mentally I keep myself strong, and by me speaking about it, that's my therapy.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't look at you and know that because you got to be the flyest nigga from jail I ever seen. You look good, nigga.
Hey, when you came home,
Brother.
You just can't look at.
What about a year? Like what about a year and a half going on now? I'm saying something like that.
Look at this nigga, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother.
So you go up, your family, your loved ones, your network. Give me the sentiment. How they feel.
Oh,
you had to be strong because this is your mission to go have. But
yeah, now
how
you
your
gotta
people
remember,
feeling?
I got kids. They was babies.
How many kids?
3. They was babies. I got 2 boys and the girls, and they was babies. And it's like, one time, I was on Rikers Island, and my son came, and he didn't want to let my leg go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Come on, man.
come on, you trying to you trying to fuck us up in here though? Yeah, you can't be doing that, my nigga. Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Crying in front of Ghostface.
Yeah, we can't do that, my nigga.
That's crazy.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to the stories I got to tell dealing with this is gonna be like but that's just a mental scar I have. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, and this is where it's like a total mind fuck for me. I'm sure you got stories to tell. The stories that would exist if by chance you weren't here to have stories to tell. Like, right? Like I'm a dad too.
That's right.
So it's funny. We're gonna take a break because y'all ain't gonna give me the cry here. But when I drop my son off at like my dad's, and then I'll go, like I'll hear him cry through the door. So I won't want to leave. So I'll call. I'll start blowing my dad's phone and be like, yo, man, he's good. Go. Get out. Like, why you keep doing that? I'm like, yo, I just can't stand to hear my baby like cry. Like, I know he's good. I know you my dad, you got it, but I can't stand to hear that. So for you to talk about like your kid grabbing on and man,
and you gotta go back to the jungle.
Joking? Are you kidding me?
You ain't going. You ain't going. He ain't leaving him at school.
Now,
you
God
going to the jungle
because we all work. Like we all come from what we come from, and we all get it how we get it, and it might not always be the safest way, right? So let's say I don't make it home one day, and yeah, it's fucked up for the people that love me, but my contribution to my family, to my kids, to my mom, to my dad, to my uncles, to the people that need me, I'm in heaven. Niggas is fucked up down here without me. So yeah, he alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very alive.
And you taking him away from,
right.
You just fucked up black infrastructure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's you just fucked structure up.
Intentionally.
Right.
Intentionally.
It's the same design that was happening when they took the factory jobs away and all that. Yeah. We can go on and on about this, but when you keep hearing it, right?
Yeah.
Ew.
Nah, and this the crazy shit. Mm-hmm. For him, I can't in a million years say how he had to feel. But dog, when you did it and you sitting there, you like, damn, I got caught.
Yeah.
My nigga, when you didn't do it and you sitting there,
oh man,
you full of rage. My nigga, that's a different animal. Like when you did it, you cheated on your girl. All right? Damn, she caught me. When you know you really ain't cheat though, you be on fire. You be on like, yo, what the fuck is you talking? Yo.
Yeah.
But when you cheated, you like, damn, she caught me.
You say that, right?
But yo, fam, if you really didn't do it and you got 25 to life and you didn't do it.
I watch 50's show for life, right? But I watch it from the comfort of my home. And that nigga be going through hell in there.
What?
Yeah. Right.
The Aryans was on him. His lawyer was pulling him move. He be dealing with it all. He got to read books, learn degrees, fight that. He got to fight everything. And I be home laughing, saying, yo, I'd have been went to bed. I done went to sleep. Hey, y'all got it. But when you're innocent.
But when you innocent,
like,
y'all,
nah,
you like, yo, I gotta be able to prove it. And it ain't true.
And that shit got me so frustrated because of how slow everything must move.
Man, that's what I was going to
like,
say. And even that case, when you innocent, like going back to the for life shit, every time he found something that might help him, they jumped out to pull it away from him.
Purposely, my nigga.
After 6 months of waiting to even present it properly or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, you can't present that now. Oh, we ruled that out.
To my next question, why does this take 25 years? 23 years. Why does it take?
It was like, just like y'all just said, everything I put in the court, they shot it down, and they was holding evidence, and they was destroying evidence, and it's like I had to really like push their hand, like, you know, and I've been trying it for a long time. What helped me was that as I was incarcerated, like the laws started changing, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then brothers started getting out. Maybe like in 2003, they had a case called Martin Tankliff. You know, he got out. He kind of opened the door. He was accused of killing his family in Long Island. So, you know, me, I studied the law. I learned the law. I said, man, I got to get the fuck out of here. So this is my all-day job.
Yeah.
So when I started reading, then the state started recognizing that, yes, people are innocent because now the office changed over. It's not the same DAs and prosecutors in there no more. You know, now you're talking 10, 15 years later.
Yeah,
so now people starting to say, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on? So they started doing wrongful conviction units in all the boroughs.
I was just about to say all the different wrongful conviction units, all the different third-party programs.
Yeah, it's nonprofits that start fucking with it.
Yeah, so people, because nobody want, see, for murder, like we like looked upon, like when you're a convicted murderer, nobody wants no part of that. Because that's like one of the worst crimes. You know, when you got these rape ball motherfuckers, they'll rape all day and they'll go in and out the system. You know, they so lenient on those type of people. They let them rape little kids and then they let them out. You know, they don't even get no time.
Word?
Hell yeah. So now, I mean, they might have tightened up the law now, lately, you know, but I don't want to get off track with that. But like, so when you dealing with this system, and it's like you got to fight. Like I get calls from prison, they were like, yo, I said, yo, I was in there with a lot of y'all. Y'all don't got that. You got to have that warrior spirit, like. Because they'll make it comfortable. You can get married and get a trailer in New York State. It's rough. It's a rough prison.
A weekend. You get a whole weekend.
Yeah,
they lock you in.
You can do all that. Whatever you want. You can have that fun. And they'll put you on TV, but it's drama. So they'll make it. It's not like if you in a third world country jail where you ain't eating. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just standing around, you shitting and pissing in the dirt or whatever. New York State will make it kind of comfortable for you. You follow what I'm saying? And fuck all that comfortability. I want out. And that was always my fight and my struggle. Nothing else mattered. I wasn't the one getting on the phone crying, yo, they did this. Nah. I was one on the phone, yo, Shaheem, yo, Ghost, listen, man. Yo, go do, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. And I never gave up. And sometimes I felt like my family and everybody was getting, man, you've been doing that. And, yo, you mind? I said, I'm never letting this go.
That take a lot of,
what I'm saying?
That take a lot of strength right there alone because I'm me, myself, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people, I know I didn't do it, but once they come down with that time, after a certain point, it's like
It's a new reality.
yeah, it's like damn, I'm
gonna just wrap my head around it.
yeah, like yo, I'm gonna have to do this, and a lot of people would give up.
That's a fact.
A lot of people do, I think.
Yeah.
These niggas are stronger than me.
Yeah, no, that's a different type
So
of
you
strength
lived
right
in the
there, bro.
library. You lived in the law library.
Yeah, I stayed. You know, I'm a barber too. That's why you always see my shit cut. You know, my own joint. You know what I mean? Ghost would just tell me, say, every time I call you cutting your hair, I say, yo, man, this is what I do.
No. I see a fresh taper.
Nice little taper.
That shit fresh. That shit fresh.
But nah, you know, mainly I spend my time in the law library. You know, got into a whole lot of shit in prison in the beginning, but it was like, yo.
Was it difficult getting access to that stuff? Did they try to stop you from getting access to stuff? Okay.
Nah, I mean they would if you in the box, but in population, you could sign. It depends on what jail you in too. Like Clinton, they try to discourage you.
Gother.
I don't know if you ever heard of Clinton down
Yeah,
the road, but they try to discourage you. You
Yeah.
know, they on some real KKK shit up there. Like,
Yeah.
no talking. If I fucking can't talk, how the fuck he gonna show me how this go? You know what I'm saying? No talking, Williams. Yeah, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to talk, and you don't know shit. So you reading a book that you don't even understand the language. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, even though they give you access, they don't.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to let you in, but you figure it out on your own. And that's, you know, you got some.
Yeah, you like that's like tying one hand behind your back.
Yeah. Putting the blindfold on you and shit. Push you in.
How many different prisons were you in
a lot
for the
of
entire? Yeah,
A lot of them. Prisons,
Never
they, you know, you could never be comfortable in prison because, you know, you could be laying up and that's the next day they be like, yo, Williams, pack up, you on the draft. The draft, where the fuck I'm going? Oh, I don't know yet. Listen, see, yo, tell me where I'm going. Now, everybody's afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the point of niggas, you know, it's just when you don't know what's gonna happen, you always gonna naturally gonna get butterflies. If you're going into a ring to fight or you get into a fight in the yard or whatever, naturally you're gonna feel, you know what I'm saying? So now they telling you, we're just gonna take you out of your house and we're gonna push you somewhere else. So now you go down there, they shackle you up, and I'm on the bus for 8 hours.
And you're further away from your family being able to come
Further away
visit.
from the family.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
try to stay in the jail.
All that
when I
mental
was-
shit, crazy.
Yeah,
that's
a mental torture,
warfare.
my nigga.
Yeah, that's
now
mental.
your moms might be older. You know what I'm saying? Your baby
Can't
moms
travel
might
like
got
that.
a job, two
ain't
jobs,
nobody-
whatever the
nobody-
case may be.
and then-
They
yeah,
can't
that's right.
travel 9 hours to see you.
And a lot of them shits is way up.
Hey,
They
yo, but
can't.
You know what this-
You know what I'm
but you
saying?
know what's
By
more
design.
important, too?
Right.
Prison is what I realized is designed to break you. You feel what I'm saying? It take your self-esteem. You see what I'm saying? It make you just like you said, want to go to sleep.
Right.
And it was, you know, people say, "Oh, what's going on?" So, I was a guy that was, I'm not just having anything. You see what I'm saying? I kept myself strong. Like, yo, so it was like when people remind you of who you are when you call home and you see people that know you from the streets, you be like, yeah, I'm that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's not going out. So it gives you more strength. You feel what I'm saying?
Sure.
It makes you say, yo, nah. Then I talk to Ghost or my family, and he'd be like, yo, when you get out, yo, we doing this. You know what I'm saying? Always supportive financially, whatever they could do. Lawyers, or that's a whole different story. You know, so it's just depends on you and what you're gonna do. You know, and it's hard. I'm not
Or
gonna
your
say it's
support
easy.
system,
It's hard.
like you said. Imagine if you ain't had them.
Right.
Every mother can't afford lawyer fees.
That's a fact.
Every mother can't afford to keep a pill, and every mother can't afford to
fact.
even put
That's a fact.
fucking money on your books.
Right.
yeah, but that's what I'm sitting here thinking about. Like, he had people that would have gone to the end of the earth to get it done, and it still didn't matter.
Still didn't matter.
Word.
All that money to that trial lawyer, right? Goes still ain't matter.
Didn't matter.
That didn't matter. When they want you, they're gonna get you.
You done? Yeah.
That's it.
Like you said, they was done the minute he was done
Yeah,
the minute they
so
put the
they go
cuffs on.
4
hours later.
This is our guy. I don't care about nothing else. I don't
Nothing
care what
else.
you can prove. Don't matter.
So you did all your time, or
Yeah.
you gave some back?
No, what happened was I had caught a jail case.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when that happened was they put me for 27 years to go to the parole board. But then I wound up beating it. So it pushed me a
Jail
little
case.
earlier to go to the parole board. You see?
Okay.
So technically, when I went to the parole board, they got me down as 25 to life. But being I gave time back, they only count in the state time.
Got it.
You follow
Okay.
what I'm saying? So, but I don't argue about the time, you know. I argue about that in civil court.
Yeah.
I know you don't argue.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say, all right, whatever.
Nah, that's crazy, man.
But you know, it's just a sad reality, you know. I mean, I try to, you know, have like a sense of humor with it. because I don't want to be up here too emotional, because then we all gonna be in here emotional. You know what I mean?
No, you appear to be in amazing spirits. You got an amazing story. I keep trying to stop myself from crying while you're talking. I'm so soft.
Yo, so with regards to your case, you can't talk too much about your case, right? But you feel confident that you're going to get some... It ain't no justice. Again, my nigga, if they take 25 years from your life,
Justice
I don't give a
ain't the
fuck
word.
if they give you $25 million. I
don't care.
Nigga,
It don't matter.
you
It don't
took
matter.
25 years of my life.
I had kids that was babies.
No, you grew up at 25.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had kids that was babies.
Ching Ching is coming.
No, I'm just saying, yo,
But
dog.
you
But
know what
still,
it is?
How old are you now?
I'm 50 right now.
50.
Wow.
Nigga looks great.
You know what I'm saying?
I was sitting here doing math.
Yeah, I was thinking in my head, but I'm like, he said, did the whole 25?
Fam, like, yo, you 50,
saying?
right? You 50. Even if the niggas give you $25 million, dog, you don't have no experiences with your kids. You can't never get that back, right?
fact.
People in your life done passed away. You can't never see them. You can't never hold them. You can't never hug them again. All of that shit.
You
Like,
get into one of my next questions. Like, your mental fortitude is out of this world.
For real.
But what were some of the more difficult days in there? I know for me, with
Every
the people
day.
I know that went up, yeah, it's all tough. Got it.
Christmases and
But
shit
when
like
you-
that. Yeah.
Like my
Oh, you
dad,
mean
when
like
he
when
was
you
in
really
jail,
feel it?
he couldn't go to his mom's funeral. He couldn't go to my grandma's funeral.
Oh, okay.
Like today, that still is there for him. Like, yeah, I lost the time. It was fucked up, but I wasn't there for that. That hurts.
I know what you're
Like
saying.
some of those, like you said, just missing the important dates. Like, yeah, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. But
Well, you know what the most difficult day was? Not being there with my kids as they was getting older. You know, that was every day. Like, I would see them. It's their birthday. And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker getting tall, you know?
Tall as hell.
so you're going through all of that, right? And as you're balancing that, you come home to the stock market going crazy, phones, you could look at each other. You can look at each other on the phone now.
Went to jail, niggas was walking around with Walkmans. Now
Actually,
niggas got
this-
I was gonna ask a question. Were you, while you were incarcerated, still did JPay still exist? Or did it exist yet? Cool. That's JPay is an app that you can communicate and send money to people that are incarcerated, at least in New York State.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have some friends that are
new
incarcerated. I
shit.
recently found out
that's
about
all,
it.
That's all.
That's all new shit.
That's
new.
fly to me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
fly. But you know what was, crazy? Like, I never seen a cell phone. Like, you see how these cell phones is? I used to look at a magazine and say, yo, how the fuck, how do they talk on this? People can't, because I left with the flip chart.
we went to jail.
Open,
Now it's the Jetsons, nigga. We got FaceTime.
Oh, that's just what I used to say. I used to say, dudes be like, yo, I said, listen, man, I waited a long time for the George Jetson era. I get out, I want all the new technology.
You got the watch and all that shit.
You got the watch on, nigga. Right, that's
I want to
Jetson
see.
shit.
I want to see. You know? So that's the worst feeling, though, when you living in a world that you're part of, but you're not.
Cars look funny. You get inside the car.
Everything is
Shit.
touch
Cars
screen
drive themselves
now.
now.
You don't got no key no more.
They drive
push to start
themselves
all the
apart.
cars.
Driving like
There's
I'm driving
Uber.
in style, you know. It's all good.
What,
man.
but I want to hear about what the reacclimation process was
yeah,
like.
yeah. So when I found it, get like Ghost, he be like, man, listen, man, I'm trying to learn. He said, how the hell you know more than me? You know what I'm saying? Yo, how you know how to do that? I said, you know what I did? I get on YouTube and watch that shit. Yo, how you work this? How you work
Bro,
that?
you got
And I started
time.
learning.
You ain't got nothing but time to learn.
You know what I'm saying?
We figured Ghost didn't quite learn all the
Ghost
little iPhone tricks.
He know it now. He learned it. He know now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always determined to learn new things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I never want to feel like I'm left in the dust.
So yo, how did the world, outside of your family, outside of your friends, outside of your foundation, how did the world accept you with regards to
Good question.
jobs, with regards to just society, adapting to society, or them adapting to you?
Okay.
Good question.
Everybody that know me knew of my situation.
Outside of them, that's what I'm saying. Outside of your foundation,
saying
outside of
Yeah,
Ghost,
period.
outside of
Like
Shy,
You
the
stepped
world,
out as
like
just
when you
the world.
step out and these white people looking at you like you a felon.
Or the new young niggas.
Yeah.
Like anybody.
That's a fact. That's a
That's
fact.
true.
It's definitely different. But for me, I always work with Ghost, so I was fortunate in that situation.
To come home to that.
I didn't have to sit in front and fill out a job application and say, yo, boom, 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 boom. Because,
That's a blessing, yo.
Thank God.
See what I'm
That's
saying?
a different level.
thank God.
My nigga, that's a
That right there
different
is a
level of a
blessing.
blessing.
You feel what I'm saying?
Word.
So that's never my problem right there. But I think that I would have articulated myself very uniquely in front of them anyway, where I would have got a chance because I'm determined. But that's never my issue, right? But as far as the way people view me and look at me when I know females when they first see me like, nigga, I know you did that. Like, they just stereotype me off top. I'm like, yo, until they speak to me and they get to see, like, yo, this is a nice dude. You know what I'm
Fam,
saying?
you feel a light skinness?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You feel a light skin? Yeah, I'm with you, man. You feel I could look, dog, I'm a guy. I would have got up in corporate America and finessed them.
Tell me the girl.
I would have finessed them.
Tell me the girl that looked at you and said, nah, you did it. You committed the murder.
None of them. No, I'm talking about the other part. I'm talking about the you know how to articulate.
Oh, that part. Okay.
Yeah.
But
he
you know,
got in there and did that.
but even as he say it, like, I'm joking with you, but as he say it, I'm looking at him.
You ain't doing it.
I don't feel like that. Like, look at this nigga's taper, these shades, these pants.
Oh, you looking at me now? You gotta look at when I
There you
first
go.
came out.
Well, how'd you look when you first came out?
True.
I was probably a little more bigger, but it's just you know what it is when we come out of prison. Like, I see dudes that come on, I be looking, I say, damn, I had that same look. You could just look in their eyes, or you could look at the structure, and it's just different.
Yeah.
You could tell that
That's a
they
fact.
here, but they like
That's a
I'm
fact.
always
Not
on
yet.
guard. Like, I can't, like, I'm a crowd now.
Can't relax.
Yeah.
So I went through shit, so it's always like, boom. Like, Ghost, he was like, yo, come on the stage. I stood there for a little while when I first went to the show.
Nah, buddy.
I can't do it.
I'm out.
No, sir.
You do ice cream without me.
I was like, nah, yo, I gotta do the back.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I mean?
keep
I can't-
my back on this wall.
Yeah, I gotta
I'm good
watch
right
them.
over here.
And
Word.
everybody, yo, good, you know. And half of them, I don't even know who the fuck they are, because everybody, I ain't changed
Don't
much.
matter.
You know,
They're
I got
happy.
older
They're
boys,
happy to
like,
see you.
Not just that, you was 25. Nigga might have been 12 looking up to you.
Yeah.
And outside
They
that,
remember you?
even if you don't know him, the story
True.
Yeah,
has,
that's
has
a fact.
grown. Fucking,
True.
if you got
Fact.
love for either of these niggas, then that has
Yeah, that's
like
a
it's
fact.
a million
That's a fact.
reasons why that could have came
Yeah,
about.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
But that's hard though.
Yeah, yo, listen, I came out here, I tell everybody, they be like, yo, how you? I say it's easy out here. It's hard in there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying for me.
It's
because,
easy.
I'm saying for me because now I have the power to do what I want to do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And
Jay
then
say
you
some
don't
shit like
have
that,
that.
too.
You don't have that. Everything is whatever you need. A package, you need soap to wash your ass. You got to get on the phone and call home. Yo, could you send me money in order to buy that soap?
Yep.
You feel what I'm
It's a
saying?
business
You
in
want to
it.
eat, so it's different.
Yeah.
So that's why I said prison kills your self-esteem.
That's the
don't wanna
thing
be
that's
that.
always been shocking to me about when my homies went in and came back and told me stories is like capitalism is still very prevalent in there. The
Very.
same way it is out
That's
here.
right.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? The people that got money in there are much better off than the people that don't have shit.
Fam, in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
The governor, the old governor, Christy Whitman,
Yeah.
her husband was the nigga that you buy all the clothes from in Canteen. It was his company. The governor of the state of New Jersey. Because you can't wear your own shit no more. Right? So when you buy the Walmart Nikes, the Cole Nikes and shit, you buying them from the governor's husband.
With a little markup.
Think about that, my nigga. And
That's how you do it.
they selling the Cole Nikes that you could buy for $45 for $140, $150. The gray sweats with the no pockets, they selling them for $35 and $40. The Hanes joints that cost you 9 beans.
And that's the governor's husband.
That's the governor of the state's husband getting grant money and state money to do that.
I don't want to be like
These be the billionaire niggas behind closed doors doing all the legislation to send more niggas to jail because I eat more.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
And that's the system right there.
There
I
you
don't
go.
want to be that guy.
There's an incentive to keep sending when a case like yours come across.
Yeah.
No, but he's
Gotta
guilty,
go.
and send him up for the long haul because there's an incentive there.
There's money.
I make more money off of it.
We need another jail. We got to pack this one to show a need for another one.
That's a fact.
Think about that, dog.
That's a fact.
It's sick.
We can't ask for another jail
They got
unless this one is
contracts that the jail
overcrowded.
has to be at a certain capacity.
Correct.
There's an actual contract.
No, we got to make this one overcrowded on purpose because we just bought a lot of land over here.
Right.
So we got to show.
So
the
we got to
need.
show that we got a need for a new prison. If this one only hold 2,500 motherfuckers, we got to have 2,700 to have them sleeping on the cots in the lobby so that now we could go before the board and get a new prison. That's crazy, son.
And that's just how that works.
That's insane.
That shit's
It's
disgusting.
a big business, you know.
The biggest business.
I keep trying to like, because I'm imagining Grant's story, and I keep trying to ask all of these different questions. And the thing that is consistent for me that I hear and I see in you is no matter all the hardship I bring up, there's no deterrence.
Yeah.
You know, that?
Yeah, you just saying
You don't hear that?
a strong type of yeah.
I keep saying, all right, well, what about when the judge first said it? All right, what about when he brought the jury in? All right, what about your lawyer?
Because like you
All
said,
right, what
that's
about
not
the
gonna be
first
the
week?
end of my
Your first
story.
week there. All right,
Hey, listen, right?
What about when you didn't see your kids?
Sam, you said you
all right,
cried
what about
once. You said you cried once on 25 joints.
throwing.
Word.
I've cried 90 times asking him questions, and he keeps saying, "Nah, nigga's cool. Nah, I worked it out. Got to be strong." I'm like,
Because he said he wasn't gonna let that be his story.
Hey, look, no, listen, I got a lot of pain in me, right? But you know what? Like, this is one thing I realized about people. Like, I didn't realize. I don't know no other way to be. I was never really too much of a really emotional type of guy from the start. You follow what I'm saying? So it's like even when brothers call me, they be like, "Yo, one thing about you, you was never down. You was like you knew this shit
that's
was
the
gonna
most
happen."
impressive feat to
You
me.
follow what I'm saying? Listen, I woke up the next day after I went to the, I had the press conference in front of the court and everything. And you know what was the best feeling in the world? I felt free. I looked at the Daily News and seen me and my son, front page.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, that was good for me, And then my lawyer called me, and he said, "Listen, Williams, I had a lot of cases. This case here is the highlight." And he says, "Because of you, you're very inspirational." You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that.
he said,
Yeah, nah, I'ma keep it a
I
buck.
feel that.
How did
Yo,
how did you eventually get free? It was a
Well, they had me go to the parole board, and then the DA and them wrote to the board, "Yo, we opened up his case," and then they let me out. Because I went before, and they said, "Nah, 2 years." They said,
Come back before us in 2 years.
I'm sure you must have won a
24
couple times.
Huh?
Right? You must have won a couple times, no?
Yeah, I went then, and then I went in 90 days, and then I went the 2 years. And they was like, "Nah." So I'm in the parole board because they want you to show remorse.
Yeah.
For the crime. This is a whole different thing here. So I'm like, I'm not, because
How
it's
do you
public
do that?
information.
How do you show remorse
How you
if
show
you didn't
remorse
do
if you
it?
Shit you ain't do.
Hey, look here. You see what I'm telling you? It's the same thing I was telling them. I didn't do it. I said I presented the evidence I had that was actually inside the courts. And I said I pushed it because you got to give it to them early so they could read it. And they was just sitting there looking at me like, and they said, "You didn't do it." And I'm like, "No, I didn't do it." They said, "So why you seem so much in good spirits? Like, why you ain't better?"
That's what I
in
still
other
can't
words?
understand personally.
I said,
like,
because I
This
have
shit is so
faith.
fucking disturbing.
You follow what I'm saying?
This
And
is
I believe the
twisted,
truth
bro.
is gonna come. And they said, "You're an amazing person." Like,
yeah,
I would do the same thing y'all saying.
fam, I'd have been broke already.
I said, "Yo, I didn't do it." And they looked at the evidence in front of them, and they was flabbergasted me, and they was shocked, like, "Oh snap, like this is real."
Yeah, we should have looked at this 20 years ago.
No,
Yeah,
you
know
gotta
what I mean?
feel. You gotta
And-
feel on a parole board like, yo, I worked
Parole
for
board's
some
hard.
animals. Like this is some
hard.
bullshit. I'm a part of this. You know what I'm saying? You like, I'm a part of this. I'm a part
Now
of
you
keeping a
asking-
man's freedom away from him and his family. Now his 2 kids that got records, they in the system. God knows what they done been through and what they wouldn't have went through had he been home.
You asking for people to
I
have
ain't
a
got to
soul
feel like
ish.
that if 9 out of 10 of the niggas I come across is guilty.
Nah,
Nah, you do still gotta feel like that. Because
No,
that
you
one,
don't. No, you
nigga, that
don't,
one
Ish.
matters. That's
No,
not true.
you don't.
We're gonna agree to
You're
disagree.
asking
No,
people
stop. We're not agreeing to disagree. We agree. We talking about them.
Yeah, we talking about them. This is
talking
just
about
another
them.
day at work for them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Them niggas don't believe.
They're not
none of
getting
them niggas
invested.
that come
Yeah, they're
across
not
that
getting
shit.
invested in none of this.
It was, and you know
It's
what's so
another
sad?
case.
It was a black lady on the first one. I had one of the worst commissioners. They got commissioners, what they call commissioners. They actually sent 3 of them. And I had the worst one. He was a cop. He was an ex-cop. He was talking to me like, "Wait a minute. Like, you mean to tell me you ain't shoot this dude? You ain't murder this dude? You shot him 5 times." Now, I'm listening to them tell a story about somebody
Yeah,
else.
you
They
ain't even
saying
know.
that
You
I
know
missed
it's not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, "Listen," and I convinced him like it wasn't me. He said, "Listen, if you get a letter from the DA's office in 90 days, we'll reconsider your release." I got the letter from the DA's office. They said yes. I went back to the parole board. Totally different people. Black lady. Terrible. I said, I got the reconsideration.
Oh.
She said, listen. Williams, I don't want to hear none of that. You convicted right now. That's court information. Do you want to proceed with this proceeding? Now I can adjourn it.
Wow.
I said, yeah, go ahead. Let's proceed.
Jeez.
I already knew she was going to hit me with 2 years.
Wow.
She said, okay, well, you caught this case. I said, well, I did college. I got my degrees. I explained everything to her because, I was, educating myself.
You went to college while you was locked up.
While he was
Yeah,
I was just about to say, yo, fam,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You
man.
way more well spoken than niggas have been out here for 40 years, yo.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No
So-
bullshit.
So I expressed that to them, and she said, "Okay, good luck."
Yeah, get the fuck
I
out.
already knew what time it was.
Yeah.
2 years.
That's what I'm saying.
you know?
To them saying that 2 years is
2 years.
10
is a long
minutes.
time, man.
To them.
it's 10
Hell yeah,
minutes.
so-
That's what I'm saying. To them.
2 years before you can come back, and it might not be me sitting here. I might be on vacation somewhere.
No, it's definitely not her sitting there
Yeah.
no more. It's different commissioners.
That's what would really frustrate me. Like, you figure over the course of 25 years, I'm looking to see someone with some familiarity to my case. Somebody that maybe seen me sad last time. Like,
Fam, even if you do, Joe, they see so many people, you're a number.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not a
fact.
case to them. You're not a. There's
they
no
don't- they
personal
don't- they don't.
attachment. No matter how you felt, okay, your number, whatever. Yeah, okay. Here's the facts. All right, next.
Damn, your case might have got on their desk that morning. They glanced through it like, oh,
Yeah.
absolutely right. So tell me about your last day.
What? In the jail? As far as I knew I was about to get out.
You
'Cause
knew
I
you was about to get out.
Oh,
Now you flipping
man.
the bird at these niggas.
But I was like this. Oh man, they said
You ain't
take
keep it low?
everything, everybody. I don't want nothing. You know, I got a lot of property and shit. Like yo, I was up. So check it out.
They had 20 years of property. Hey, these pants are yours.
Hey, yo,
Not gonna bring these.
Hey yo, the illest shit was I was in the maxes for like decades. So I never went to a medium. So they was like, we gonna put you in a medium.
Even that.
Now listen, I want y'all to picture this, right? You got this bottle, right? And it's a wall. Shot. I ain't even going nobody. It's a wall around you. So you don't see the cars. You don't see shit. All when you look up, you see is that fucking wall. Excuse my language, y'all. But,
No,
but you
you're
see that.
good.
But you see that wall, right? Picture being like that for down there 2.5 decades. You see what I'm saying? You don't see nothing. So now they take me out of that environment where it's hostile, and then they drop my classification, and they put me in a medium. Now a medium
these
is
niggas.
medium, like they got a fence, they
You
got
can see the
people
sun.
walking. Yeah, so I'm fucked up. So now, so yo, I come right. So I go in the reception part. I'm there. Dude's like, yo, what up? I'm just ignoring him. All right, what up? So now I got my bag. I'm looking at the COs look good now. Ain't no more. I'm looking at black. I'm like, oh, because I went to a hood jail. Home, right? Fisk jail. So I'm like, oh, they got black COs. Man, she looking nice, right? So I'm not gonna talk because they be on some bullshit up north. So I'm just looking, right? Then this song came on. I just seen Freedom. That Boot Up song by LMA.
Hey, let me see if I got it for you.
I just was like, yo, that shit. I was like, yo, I'm going home.
Yo, that's funny.
You put that on, we gonna be dancing. I said, yo.
Hey, hold on, fella. Hey,
That shit always gonna hit
oh shit, he fucking niggas up there. Yo, that is so funny. This being your release record.
That shit always gonna hit
Yo.
different.
And then I heard that song, and then it was like I was walking up the complex, people was walking, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna make it out of here soon. You know what I'm saying?
Hope.
Make
Feel
it
it.
out of here.
Yeah,
I was
you
telling
can
you.
see the
real
light.
now. It's
Yo,
real
yo,
now.
yo, was walking fast. Like, I don't want
so
these
yo, check
niggas
it
to
out.
take this back. I get to the gate, I see too many movies.
check it out.
You get
So
to the
now-
gate, nigga be like, nah.
No, check it out. So on my last day, right, you can't run up and down the complex. Let's say we all, yo, what you gonna do when you get out? I said, watch what the fuck I do. I'm gonna run down that damn complex. You have to shoot. I said, yo, you bugging. I said, watch. They call me. I said, listen, is it time for me to go? Yes, yo, what's up? I've been waiting here. It's 8 in the morning. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I want to leave, They said, when? You're going to go when they call walkways and programs, when everybody go, right? I said, yeah, all right. Carried that fucking legal work I had, and I ran down the walkway like a mile. They was like, asshole, stop running.
No,
No,
nigga,
I just ignored them. I ran. They said, hey, asshole, we're going to lock you up. Yeah, right. And I ran. Everybody was in the windows laughing like, yo, and that was the end of that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we gotta turn Boot Up now. Yo, it's so appropriate to me that this was the song. This shit sound like hope is at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, no, I do. Yo, that's amazing, man. That is amazing.
It's even doper that you came home to a job, some family. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm sure even when you was locked up, again, I don't really be big on the hope shit, but when you was locked up, the fact that you know your people's out here moving and shaking, and you gonna come home to something. Like, they ain't fuck niggas. They here. They not fuck niggas. They here with you today.
And your peoples ain't forget you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, your peoples is right there with you.
And not for nothing, I don't be counting no other man pockets, but I'm sure they all right. I'm sure they all right. I'm sure.
Niggas looking all right.
Yeah. Little icy. I'm saying that, some niggas don't even come home to that, for real.
Right. Nah, for real. Some people
don't
come home to just them. That's what I'm saying. Everybody forgot him.
Oh, please, man. This nigga came home to Wu-Tang Docs.
Yeah.
Church Ayla Ghost. He came home to mad shit. He had catching up to do when he came home.
Nah, that's a blessing. And I'm sure you can't wait. Like, you talking to Ghost. Let's say you talk to Ghost once every 6 months. Fuck it, right? Mm-hmm. To keep you alive, I don't know if y'all did this, because this might be even more depressing. But yo, what you been doing? How you doing? I'm good. I just came from.
Even that.
Bro, you putting pictures on your walls like this where y'all was at?
Word.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Like, you like, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's an inspiration in itself. That's a motivation in itself.
Like every
get the
whole
fuck
verse
out of here
that
and
you've
stay
ever
alive.
heard
Emory. When he be talking to
All he want to do is hear his man talk fly.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an inspiration. Like, I'm going to get, y'all niggas ain't going to kill me in here.
Word.
I'm getting this good box. My man traveling to every country. What?
I was happy for him.
That's
too.
the other pussy though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting that other pussy overseas.
That part. But see, listen to that. Even for me, even that speaks to the no deterrence that I hear in you. It's all happiness.
Yeah, I was happy for my brother.
That's
like,
real.
Yeah, word.
In a hole or in them walls, you might have had to deal with that hate.
That's true too.
If it's there.
That's no, I'm sure.
Not hate for your man, of course, but
just
hate I ain't there. Hate that this is happening without me. For that to get blocked out, man.
Yeah,
this guy.
Nah,
is
you different.
Nah, that's some real shit.
You different.
I was happy for all of them. I was like, all right, because I was there, so I know. You know what I'm saying? But
No, the fact that you was there make it harder.
Awards, though, you hear me? That would stress me out. Like watching the TV awards, they were like, I'm not watching that shit. Cause I know that. I'm like, nah, that shit stressed me out. But when I see the video, I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up.
You bragging and shit. That's my
word. Like, yo, brothers is moving on.
And you would have said you might have had a hard time in there if like these niggas was ass. Like they was them niggas. So they was them niggas. So everything was cool.
Yo, I'm never gonna have a hard time. You feel me? I'm a man. I hope
be clear. Let's clear that up right there. Whether they was ass or not, nigga. I'm good here.
That's it.
Nah, that's real.
So now, freedom, we out. Actually, no, before I get to that, you mentioned around 01, 02, laws started changing. They started coming up with different cliques and just non-profit people to help, right? Mm-hmm. Me as a DACA guy, huge DACA guy, inside, did you feel that play any part in change in social climate? Like I talk a lot here about the world becoming more sensitive, like with these kids and just things that they won't accept anymore. And these docs are coming out about wrongful convictions in jail. And did you feel the world change out there with like what they were paying attention to?
Yes, I did, because what happened is you got violent crimes and you got non-violent crimes, right? And the non-violent crimes, remember the Rockefeller laws?
Yeah.
I was in jail, and that was around. I think that was around the time when them buildings fell when the
World Trade.
So I've been in there for a lot. So when I seen that, we used to be like, yo, but how about for the violent? So then when I seen them grabbing the violent bills and passing them, and I seen people advocating for people that's, they got
With
violent crimes, they got
yes.
innocent. Then I seen the whole world changing far as socially speaking about it, recognizing it, and once you do that, that's when change is gonna come about. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I seen that.
Your day now, free, starts how? Like your first thought in the mornings. For me, I used to be depressed. So every morning that I wake up, I just be happy to wake up.
That's a fact.
I'd be like, oh, we got another one.
Shit,
we back at it.
All right, rise and shine.
Yeah.
I'm a happy man these days.
Is it strange at all? Is it
you ever wake
weird?
up like, oh shit,
no.
I'm out here.
I still have prison dreams.
I bet.
Like the other day, I woke up. I was like, oh shit! I said, yo, I just had a dream. I was back in. I've been having dreams, but this time when I was in there, after I got exonerated on TV, it was like I was in there and they was like, yo, just got exonerated. Everybody was happy. Cause I always left good energy in there. You feel what I'm saying? So they was like, yo, cause they call, tell me this all the time. Yo, yo, out. But I was dead. And it's like, yo, what you doing in there? I said, nah, I'm just, coming to check. I said, I don't know what I'm doing in here. I'm dreaming, you know what I'm saying? But it was never like I knew I was stuck in there still. Like ever since I got exonerated, before that I'm like, damn, I'm back in jail. I'm in the yard. We about to go at it again. It's always to get up, count, whatever, you know?
Uh-huh.
And, I guess I have them for the rest of my life. I guess that's the mental scars. Physical scars heal up and all that shit, but the mental scars is the one that could damage anybody, whether you're incarcerated, whether you're free. If you're dealing with some type of mental scars and you start dealing with depression, you got to find yourself. You got to dig in yourself and find what's causing this to happen. It's like I said on TV, right? The problem is people deal with the leaves. They don't go to the root. You see what I'm saying? When you start digging in the root of things, life would be more better. Things would be more understandable.
It was deep.
Man.
So, you don't have to answer this, because shit is probably in the works. But, Doc, your phone, I'm sure your phone is off the hook.
For sure.
I'm sure people are blowing it up.
And this was my first interview right here.
Hey,
talk to him.
Appreciate
New Joe Budden.
Say, Vaughn, get the timestamp on that. Parks, loop it up. We're going to put that out, make sure that message is felt. No, listen, first of all, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
No
Thank you.
Real talk.
I'm glad you came. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I'm so blown away. I ain't even asked you half of the shit that I want to ask, because this story is just.
It's crazy.
I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. I can't picture it. Thank God you're home. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your kids. I'm happy for Ghost, Shy, Staten Island. Just.
I got a question for you. If they would have let you out, right?
Yeah.
On your parole hearing, and you had not gotten exonerated, quote unquote, you would have been done, right?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Because I got parole and I wasn't exonerated.
Oh, so you got a parole and you wasn't exonerated?
Nah, I still was like, yo, what's going on?
Oh, so your exoneration came after.
And then COVID hit. Remember COVID hit?
Yeah.
So that
Still
shit-
hit.
Yeah, that shit, the Delta is here now.
But it was different for him.
Yeah, so I got out right
Oh,
around
wait,
that
were you
time.
in while COVID was...
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
got out right around that time.
Gotcha.
So that stopped my proceedings of me having that press. But you know something? Everything happened for a reason and time. You know what I mean? Because if I would have had it when I first came out, my energy would have been different. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
My whole energy, my vibe would have been different. It would have been more on a serious note, to where I always keep a sense of humor when I'm telling these stories, and I stay away from areas that's going to bring tears to my eyes right now. But I'm definitely going to tell a story. It's going to be it's going to be emotional, it's going to be funny, but it's real. And it's something that happened, you know what I'm saying?
The exonerated part, is that for us or him? I don't feel like that's for him.
No, it's
important for him.
There's nothing you
It's important for him.
do.
It's for both, yo.
Now,
It's
but
for
you know
both.
why? It's also for me, because what you don't know, right? I made history on Staten Island, as far as the first ever to be exonerated, ever on Staten Island.
Oh, wow.
And not only that, I got it under a law called actual innocence, which they don't give. It was one person, Derek Hamilton Bush, he got it. So it's like me in his case, my case has way more flaws than his. So it opens the door for brothers that's still inside.
And that's why I think you're
So
saying
now
it was
lawyers
for him
sets
or
a
us.
precedent,
case,
so now they can go back
and
and-
precedent.
yeah.
Case law.
And that never happened.
Case law.
You
Yeah.
follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's just usually just looking at the exoneration on TV, but
for
when you look
everybody.
into the law, they didn't
That
give
could
it to me
change
under the
some
interest
shit,
of
yeah.
justice or dismissal. They gave it to me under actual innocence, something they never do. Follow what I'm saying?
Nah, that's dope.
And that could affect a lot of brothers.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It opens the doors for a lot of people.
I do.
And that's what I'm grateful for. You know?
I have one question. Do you have any advice for loved ones of people who are incarcerated? How you can help while they're in and when they first get home?
Great question.
Yes. I believe, if you have loved ones that's incarcerated, you should communicate with them, because lack of communication just causes confusion. When somebody's in there and they don't hear from their family, their loved ones, they start thinking, yo, what happened? Did they get shot? Did they get killed? Did they, something happened to them? And then you start thinking all these thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So communication is key. And if you could be supportive financially, which that's not always the case, is key. You know
How
what I
much?
mean?
How much financially? I mean, I guess everything counts, but like, how much does money stretch in?
Well, money to me, money helps, but the communication,
Number
just
one.
hearing the voice is priceless.
Yeah.
Like, cause unfortunately, my pops died when I was in there, so
Oh wow.
I didn't have that communication with him. So next thing I know, they said, "Yo, Williams, we sorry to tell you, the Reverend coming to say, your father died." My father was in and out of my life, so it wasn't too much of an emotional response for me. I would love to see him that he was here today, but unfortunately he's not. So it saddens me when I think about it now, and as a grown man myself, I say, damn, my motherfucking pops ain't here, So when you dealing with a loved one in prison, the communication, because you never know when you're gonna go.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We, nobody's living forever these days. I came out here and a lot of people die. I'm like, in prison and everything. So then when you come home,
You got to deal with that as you
yes,
come home.
and then when you come
niggas is
home,
dying.
that's right, yeah. And then when you come home, everybody's not placed in the same situation to have somebody there for them. So now you got to try to get a job, and then when you get denied, you just got to stand by your loved ones as much as possible.
You know what? I kind of understand what you mean by that. I had a cousin that was incarcerated a couple years back, and like everybody kind of lost contact with him for a while. And I was there with his sister when she had to let him know his mom's passed. And I never heard a grown
That
man
sounds difficult.
scream like that on the phone. Like that was different. Like it was just she had to relay that news to him.
Yeah,
And it was somewhere everybody ain't really. And then he come home, and shit was different.
Nah, that shit bad enough. Imagine you can't touch him, you can't hug him, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
And they be assholes, won't let you go to the funeral.
Yeah, they didn't let him go.
Yeah,
They
like
didn't
you,
let him
you
go.
can't come. Huh?
They didn't let him out.
That'd be
Nah,
the other
they
shit.
They didn't let me go neither. My pops was follow.
I was going to ask, but I didn't.
No, I'm just saying, like they don't.
They
Nigga,
ain't
you a
let my-
piece
they
of.
ain't let my dad
You don't matter to them.
Yeah, word.
And that's really it.
That's some real shit.
All right, let me try to get this back to a happy place.
No, we good.
I'm sorry about that.
Favorite food currently now that you're out that you might have missed as you were eating that bullshit in there?
I don't know, man. I just don't eat beef and pork. Anything other than that is good to me,
Go ahead.
Not too many fried foods, but
Man,
I
fam,
try.
I'm with the fish.
Yeah, fish, seafood, turkey burgers. I remember when I came home, I said, "Yo, you know what I want? I want some Chinese food, that greasy chicken and broccoli." You know what I'm saying?
I said that the other day.
I had that yesterday, nigga.
I want some.
ate that. That shit ran right through me.
Yeah,
I said, "I can't mess with
That part. Yes.
It ran right through me.
body ain't used to that shit.
Yeah,
Shit trash.
No,
No, that's
that was
crazy.
one of my good
man.
foods.
Yo,
Tell them, right, Starks?
You was 25. You ain't know no better.
this is. I'm blown away, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm sure some other niggas will be beating you down for interview because it's such a compelling, fascinating, and intriguing story. But wait, I feel like is there anything that we might have missed that we need to get out? Is a website? Is a website?
Yeah, so you got the
website. MrGrantWilliams.com. Let's get that out right. MrGrantWilliams.com.
Oh yeah, my Instagram.
All of that.
THE_real_REAL_big_UN.
Yo, niggas
So
that
it's the
come
real
home
big
is
un.
gonna put some underscores in there.
No, look.
That nigga put 5 of them in there. Yo, Shaheem Ghost.
Hey, yo,
Come on, man.
Hey, no, check it out, right? I didn't know how to set nothing up, and it was like I was just trying to put the real big un.
I know.
Underscore every time I did under every letter. I'm like,
I know.
I put an underscore there. And every time
Yeah,
I
it
tell
is.
somebody that Instagram, like, damn.
There's some other uns that feel they're real, I guess.
_real_big_UN. That's it.
And that's that on that, man. Listen, Ghost, I gotta ask you how you doing. You here? Shy, I gotta ask you how you doing. You here? Like y'all are here.
Cool, chance support my brother.
Nah, man, come on, man. I'll move. You niggas is goats and legends.
Joe, what's up?
Listen, nah, man.
Stop.
One of y'all gotta move. So
Come
Ghost,
here.
Nah, man. Ghost, don't do that. You're not top 10. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not acceptable.
man.
It's not acceptable. Come on, Ice, move. Let go sit right there for a second, man. Just 1 second. Only 1 second.
Just for a
We don't want nothing.
Yeah, we don't
We don't want nothing. We already know you hate these cameras and interviews and shit. We know. See, now this is what it's supposed to feel like. This is what, and this is what it feel like. That's what I need. Now, Grant, Shy, Ghost, Ian, don't you never let this happen again where I don't know that this is the situation. Shy, don't just come in. I was out there smoking. I came out. I don't be looking niggas in the face. I just gave niggas the fist, and it's you and Ghost standing there. How are you?
I'm great, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know how I am, man. I just don't push up. You know what I'm saying? We go way back. So I just did what I always do when I see you. What's up, baby? And so you know what it was? The beard. You probably ain't recognize the beard and all that. So it took you a second, you know what I mean, to recognize me. But yo, love is love always, Joe. Thank you.
Good to see you. You know I love you.
Likewise, brother. And thank you for you know what I'm saying, giving my cousin your platform and bringing awareness of his story out there, as well as the big Ghost Dini in the building.
No doubt.
Ghost, right? Listen, I don't.
Yeah, baby.
You're my favorite rapper ever, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a fanboy out, man. Hey,
He ain't lying. Yo, and he not lying though.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
He ain't lying.
He's for real. He's for real.
I respect that.
Ghost, we just honored to have you down here, man.
Yo, listen, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. It's good to see you, though, baby.
That's it. Always.
Joe, it was
man.
crazy because they walk in, I'm
As
dapping
well.
everybody up, and he had the mask on, so he's Ghost. I'm like, nah.
This ain't power. This ain't power.
Nah, Ghost slimmed down a little bit. I was like, this nigga's in great shape.
I gave a pound, said peace, and went outside to smoke. I came back and that's Ghostface. I'm like, oh shit.
Now listen, Ghost, I know you hate these interview niggas, so I don't even have no questions for you. But one. Not too long ago, I was surfing the net, and somebody played a Ghostface version of, I want to say, Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic, which is how the record should be.
Absolutely.
That's how the record should sound.
That's how it should go.
If we know you, that's your bag, and you killed it, and we don't have it yet.
Right. Oh, I'll get that to you.
Yeah, I need that.
See, that exists. I don't know why that didn't come out 24 hours after it was done.
Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah, nah, so I slide that right to you as soon as we, you know.
Say less. That's all I got for Ghost. I'm shutting up.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Shy, Grant, Ghost, thank y'all.
Love is love.
We love y'all. We appreciate you.
All right,
I'm waiting for the doc.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I ain't mean to say you was gonna have a hard time in there. Yo, round of applause, man.
I'm waiting for the settlement.
We got legends and goats in here. It's Legend and Goat Day. Grant Williams, if you unfamiliar, go Google it. Goddamn it! Hopefully you learned something right now.
Yeah.
And this was
MrGrantWilliams.com.
this was amazing.
MrGrantWilliams.com.
Mr.
Real big on the
Real
Instagram.
big on Instagram.
You know, underscore every
After every word.
Everywhere.
Welcome home and congratulations. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all.
Yes. Welcome home. Congratulations, Patronis. We'll holler at y'all soon. Peace and love. Bye.
All right, peace.